In this lecture, we're going to be discussing the mind mapping memory technique and how it can help you remember complex sets of information. You can also combine mind mapping with other techniques, such as chaining, to truly recall a massive amount of information with very little effort. Mind maps combine some of the most important aspects of memory: association, imaginativity, and creativity. It actually improves these aspects of your mind as well. Making use of mind maps will also improve your ability with other memory techniques and will improve your memory abilities in general. A mind map is actually a drawing representing a set of related concepts. At the most basic level, you take the information that you wish to remember and you turn it into a drawing that visually represents the different topics and components of the whole. Then you memorize the picture and use it to trigger recall of the various facts and concepts. There are a few important things to keep in mind about mind mapping. The first and most important aspect of mind maps is that they only contain keywords, no notes or anything longer than a single word or term. Secondly, mind maps are all about associations. They encourage you to create links between different ideas so that you don't just build separate memories, but networks of strongly associated memories. Thirdly, good mind maps are highly visual. They use colours and images to help you remember and reinforce what you've learned or wish to learn. You should not be afraid to unleash the arty or creative side of yourself. If you want to draw slightly wacky things or paste images that you won't forget next to keywords that you won't remember, then do so, as long as you create a lasting and memorable map of the knowledge. The easiest way to start mind mapping is to use a textbook's table of content, because this has already been organised into a logical structure that indicates the relationship between concepts. Take a piece of paper or make use of the many mind mapping apps and software available. Then take the book's title and write it at the centre of your mind map. Put it in its own bubble and then draw a line from it to another bubble for every chapter, or whichever chapters are relevant to you. Now, radiate lines for each subsection of the chapter. Within each of those bubbles, put keywords and images that can remind you of the content. You can use some of the other image association techniques in this course to create those associations. Once your mind map is done, you need to memorize it as a visual memory. First, look at it as a whole. Try to remember how many bubbles and branches there are. It's helpful to give all of the branches different colours and shapes as well. Spend time looking at the map and then closing your eyes to recall what it looks like at a high level. Do this until your visual memory matches the actual document. Now move to each sub-branch in turn, repeating the same visual memorization process. When you get to content such as lists of keywords, you can switch to techniques such as chaining to memorize those. If you systematically memorize each section independently and then link it to your memory of the overall map, you'll be able to navigate the map mentally and look up the information you need at will. By creating a mind map, you are literally creating your own filing system inside your brain that serves your individual memory needs. As you advance, it will be up to you to create the logical structures that you found inside existing texts, such as textbooks. Once you're comfortable doing that, you can do wonders with mind maps and apply them to just about anything that requires memory.